The truth about non-quitters isn't that they hang on or have a maniacal zeal to succeed, but rather the embodiment of their journey mindset. This paradigm is what separates them from the rest of the world. To become someone who never quits, you must adopt this mindset. I'm Dr. Princess. New videos every Thursday. Subscribe. Number one, they have a why behind what they do. If you're driven by just the desire of what you want to achieve, like losing weight, earning more money, or buying a home, it's an unstable motivation because they're just things. And in the presence of a massive obstacle, you're going to buckle under pressure. Therefore, you must find a way to transcend your why. What does it signify to achieve that which you're chasing after? Is it to prove to the bullies in high school they called you fat that indeed you can control what goes into your mouth? The home you want to buy? Is it the generational milestone of being the first? Because these things matter. If you're able to identify your why, you will find that obstacles no longer affect you the way they did. You have the courage, the perseverance, and the patience to see things through because your why is bigger than the obstacle. Number two, radical acceptance. Non-quitters have a matter-of-fact relationship with reality. They accept that things take time, the world is not always fair, and difficulty is not an anomaly, but the way of life, a part of the process. They don't waste time making excuses or wishful thinking. No, they accept things for what they are and plan accordingly. And if you're going to become someone who sees things through, you must learn to embrace reality as it is. Take my life. Over the last 4 months, 13 videos. Guess how many subscribers I've gained? 18. My average watch time is even lower, but I'm still here. Because I can the power of compounding effect. With consistent small actions over time yield massive results. Although it may have taken me 4 months to get to 18 subscribers, over time I will exponentially 100 times those numbers at a shorter period of time. You can do the same for anything you want in life. You just have to put in the work and be patient. Number three, they learn, improve, and try again. Non-quitters don't just fail and get up. No. They reflect, learn from their mistakes, therefore move forward smarter and more prepared for success. If you're someone who is too pompous to ask questions or admit your failings, quit at the first turn of an obstacle, you're never going to finish your goals. Life is hard, complex, unpredictable. So you have to give yourself grace, humility, and patience to fail, learn, get up, until you get what you want. Over the last 13 years, I have started and stopped numerous YouTube channels. This is like my 10th one, but I'm still here. And this time, I intend to apply all of the lessons of consistency and discipline to make sure I see this one through. You can do the same for yourself. You just have to put in the work. Number four, which is the last but not the least, I think the one key thing that separates non-quitters from the rest of the world is their unwavering self-belief. The kind that is almost delusionary is that intense, irrational conviction in their vision. The kind that causes them to push through despite evidence stating otherwise. So many people will call them wishful thinkers or irresponsible. I think is part of their superpower. Part of my superpower, where because of our unwavering self-belief, able to make things impossible possible. Look at the greats like Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, Steve Jobs. They were delusionary at their time until they made their dreams a reality, and suddenly everyone calls them visionaries. It's the same thing for yourself. You don't have to necessarily invent an iPhone or revolutionize civil rights, but you have to have a healthy dose of trust and self-confidence in yourself and your dreams. Time for trivial questions. What is the percentage of the world population that actually achieves their goals? According to research, about 92% of the world population will fail on their goal, leaving only about 8% who realizes their dreams. You're probably thinking, what's the reason why most people quit and why? I'll answer that to you. It's because of a small known thing as the plateau of latent potential. That gap in time where you're putting in the work with very minimal initial results. Because many people underestimate the time, the commitment, the discipline, the patience it takes to achieve goals. They give up right at the nick of time before their breakthrough. That's why it's sometimes akin to 3 feet from goal story. you're probably wondering, there's gotta be a time when it's okay to quit. My response is no. You can quit the strategy, but never the dream. You could take a job so you can pay your bills, still write on the side, but never quit being an author. Takeaway I have for you, which I think encapsulates the beauty of this conversation we just had, is what does it really signify when someone who's a quitter like I was actually makes things through? Like, what would it mean to me once I make this YouTube channel profitable and permanent? It's not just as easy as checking off a box. It's the transformation and the metamorphosis we go through when we become someone new in the process of achieving something we never did. The way you perceive yourself, the world that you're put in, and the capacity for you to change your life changes once you're able to stick through one thing that matters to you. Click this video, 5 habits that you must give up to become a successful woman. I'm Dr. Princess. Subscribe. New videos every Thursday. If you watch CNN as a Black person who tells you you're inferior, or Fox as a white person who breathes hate into you, what exactly are you doing with your life? To be truly successful, you must learn these 5 habits. I'm Dr. Princess. Videos every Thursday. Subscribe. Number 1, cutting out the dead weights. You are the sum of the 5 people you spend most time with. You know that, right? That is why a few years ago, I cut out my mother and her flying monkeys. I renounced friends who hindered or weren't willing to support me in my transformation. And they will call you cold, cruel, and, oh, you've changed. And you're absolutely right, because I have become self-loving. That girl who put everyone first, done. The time you spend hanging and pouring to people who never cared for you, you could have spent that working on your goals, building yourself, backing on your hero's journey, because they were busy siphoning your energy and delineating your spirit. If you're going to be successful and master the habits of successful people, you must learn to audit your circle. Look around you. Who is willing to rise with you and who needs to get the fuck out of the way? Your choice. And once you make this decision, the right people will stay. The wrong people will get the hell out of the way so they can make room for good to come into your life. Number 2.